Now to the immigration crisis. Border crossings are on track to break records in December. And now a coalition of Democratic mayors are demanding federal help as busloads of migrants arrive on their doorsteps. ABC's Trevor Ault joins us now with more. Trevor, good morning.
Good morning, Whit. So this is the Port Authority in Manhattan. This is where these buses are now required to drop off the migrants at specific times with specific notice. But the mayor here and several other leaders of really prominent cities say they need substantial federal help as this problem keeps growing.
December's now on track to have the highest number of Border Patrol apprehensions ever, according to Customs and Border Protection data. The agency reporting on average nearly 10,000 apprehensions a day over the last week. And this morning, a trio of mayors from New York City, Chicago, and Denver are all calling for federal support responding to the national immigration crisis, accusing Texas Republican Governor Greg Abbott of cruel and inhumane politics, busing migrants across the country.
We're looking at about $160 million of potential costs going into next year's budget. That's almost 10% of our entire city budget.
New York City's mayor issuing an executive order requiring advance notice for buses dropping off migrants in the city, now only allowing their arrival weekday mornings between 8:30 and noon. This as officials Wednesday shuttled hundreds of people to overcrowded shelters throughout the city.
To be clear, this is not stopping people from coming, but about ensuring the safety of migrants and making sure they can arrive in a coordinated and orderly way.
The mayor's office says more than 7,000 asylum seekers have arrived in New York City in just the last 2 weeks. Earlier this week, hundreds of asylum seekers were flown to the Northeast, forced to stop in Philadelphia due to bad weather. On Wednesday, Secretary of State Antony Blinken visiting Mexico, meeting with the president there to discuss the historic levels of migration. A source familiar with the talk says the U.S. is hoping to find ways to convince Mexico to do more, to ramp up immigration enforcement on its side of the border, and discuss incentives to encourage people to stay in Mexico rather than cross into the U.S. The talks come as another large caravan of thousands of people slowly advances north through Mexico, headed toward the southern border. The leaders of the group, reportedly made up of people fleeing Central America, are carrying banners which read, "Exodus from poverty."
And Republicans in Congress are trying to require a strengthened border security package be tied to any further funding for Ukraine. We do know Senate negotiators met on Capitol Hill on Wednesday trying to hammer out a deal. Eva.
Trevor Ault for us there. Thank you, Trevor.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.